First and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
And this was the Andy Reid special. This was what they did.
All right, if you're just waking up, spoiler alert, the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions for a second season in a row. Patrick Mahomes threw a 3-yard touchdown pass to Mecole Hardman with 3 seconds left in overtime, and the Chiefs rallied to beat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22.
So that means the Chiefs are the first back-to-back Super Bowl champs in almost 2 decades. The team also joining an exclusive NFL club as the 7th team now in league history to win 4 Super Bowls. Let's break it down this morning with TSN Bardown's Eric Kirk to get your thoughts on the game. Eric, good to see you. Thanks for getting up this morning to talk to us about this game. We know the Chiefs went in as 2-point underdogs, so the betting, the odds makers knew this was going to be a close game. What do you make of this one? Where do you think it was going to rank?
Well, it was one of the best second halves of a Super Bowl that I think I've seen since the Brady 28-3 comeback. But Patrick Mahomes really said it best. The Kansas City Chiefs are never underdogs. And if you're an NFL fan, the evil empire has officially risen. You got a nice 2-year break after Brady retired, but we're going through the same thing all over again now. If you want to win a Super Bowl in the NFL, this is the guy you got to go through. And if you don't have to go through him, that means you're hoping someone else beat him.
Yeah, look, at our household, it was very divided. All my sons were rooting for the 49ers. My husband is a bit of a Chiefs fan. And it started off, looking like San Francisco was strong. They were very strong offensively, and it looked like it could have been a Cinderella story for Mr. Irrelevant. So what do you think went wrong? When did things change for them?
It looked like the first half was kind of just all filled with blunders on both sides of the ball. Like everybody was fumbling. Nobody could keep possession of the ball. And then the second half, you kind of saw both teams lock in offensively a little more, and that defensive stalemate kind of come to a bit of an end, and both teams were moving the ball. Once we got into overtime and you saw the 49ers kick that field goal, you kind of knew you were about to see a Patrick Mahomes masterclass, and he was going to drive 75 yards and win this game. So it's just kind of hard. And you heard Tony Romo say it during the call the best. The 49ers needed to score a touchdown in overtime, and unfortunately they just couldn't.
Yeah, and it's one of those things about football, right, where, the 49ers got the ball first. They really, they had such a long drive in that first overtime quarter, driving for like 7.5 minutes. But ultimately, again, like you said, only getting that field goal, really putting all the opportunity there for Patrick Mahomes here. So do you think something went wrong necessarily for San Francisco, or was it just basically Kansas City got things right in the moment they needed to?
I think San Francisco ran into the wall, much like Miami, Buffalo, Baltimore, and years of previous teams have done. And this is a tough team to beat. This Kansas City team came through with the best defense we've ever seen Patrick Mahomes have. And he honestly didn't have to play out of his mind, but then he decided to anyways. So that's a tough task to win a game against. And honestly, I don't think you can feel bad to see that they couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, and Eric, we heard Patrick Mahomes say, hey, they're looking for a 3rd consecutive season to win the Super Bowl. First of all, do you think that will happen? And very quickly, if you could talk about that moment where Travis Kelce was kind of bumping into his coach, why was he so upset, for people who might be looking at that footage today?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't count the Chiefs out for 3 in a row. That would be a little ridiculous at this point. And Travis Kelce, he kind of got in his coach Andy Reid's face because he was pulled out of the game for a run play that Isaiah Pacheco ended up fumbling on. And I think he just kind of wanted to be in the game. Little heat of the moment. Just a competitor wanting to be on the field.
Yeah, Andy Reid said he loved it. It is really, it is the biggest game, and he can love it at the end of the game for sure after, you get the W, right? So, Eric Kirk, listen, from Bardown, really appreciate the time this morning. Thanks for joining us. Really, 25-22 nail-biter coming down to the end, so appreciate the time. Thanks, Eric. Hope you're doing well.
Thanks so much, Eric.
Thank you, guys.
Good morning. It is Monday, February 12th. Thanks for tuning into CP24 Breakfast with us. I'm Nick Dixon.
And I'm Jennifer Shung. Hope you're enjoying your morning so far. Here are the stories we're following. We are tracking some TDC delays this morning impacting a stretch of Line Young University. Here's a live shot from Chopper 24 above one of the subway trains going along there in Davisville. Adjua will have more details for you in moments.
And Hamilton police are still searching for the man accused of killing his father at a Stony Creek home. We'll have the latest on the investigation.
Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
And we were just talking about this with Eric Kirk. The Kansas City Chiefs pull out a win in overtime against the San Francisco 49ers, earning back-to-back Super Bowl wins.